Welcome back, AEIS artists. Third graders are going to be starting their self-portraits pop art style. We are going to be learning about Roy Lichtenstein, a pop art artist who used what we call Ben-Day dots in his pieces. And we'll learn a little bit about Ben-Day dots and also a little bit about Roy Lichtenstein's art. So we'll probably pause this and watch a YouTube video about who he was and what type of art he created. But this is going to be what we're going to be aiming towards. And today we're just going to work on what I'll call a reference page. So for your reference page, we are going to just draw a template so that we understand where all the facial features are. Okay. On your table, you're going to have several handouts, but this is one that we want to kind of look at. So it's going to tell us where our mouth should go, our nose, and our eyes. A lot of times students put their eyes up too far up at the top of their head, and that's not where they're going. So knowing that creating ovals is very difficult for most students, I have a little template. So let's put it at, this is just our practice piece. So you can see that your final copy is going to be a lot bigger than our just little draft, okay? So today, again, we're just working on a little helper sheet, as I like to call it. So we're going to trace your oval. And notice I had to switch hands. So you're going to trace your oval on your paper, okay? Now, I also have this template for your neck and your shoulders. Again, a lot of times students think their necks are a little bit smaller than they really are. So you can see that the neck kind of goes through most of the chin. So putting this down, I'm going to kind of line it up. I think I'll put it right here. And I'm not going to draw the top part on top of the oval. So notice that I didn't draw this very top part, okay? I just lined it up and did this. So now we have a neck that supports our head. Our next spot is to decide where to put our eyes, and the eyes are the first thing that you're going to put on your self-portraits. So using your ruler, we're going to measure, and these ovals are about 7.5 inches long, okay? Your eyes, believe it or not, are halfway between the top of your head, see if I can do it upside down, and your chin. So halfway between, let's say 8 is 4, and it's a little less than that, so we're going to go up to about 3.5 because it's only 7.5. So I'm going to make a little dot where the 3.5 is, and I'm just going to make a really light reference line. Actually, I'm going to make it darker so you guys can see. This is where your eyes need to be. Your eyes are halfway between the top of your head and your chin, and this looks a little bit high, but we'll go with that. That's where your eyes are. The next part is where your nose is going to go. Your nose is going to go halfway between your eyes and your chin. So that's about 4 inches. So I'm going to make a little dot, and you guys can follow along. And this is where your nose is going to go. So it's your nose, the end of your nose, tip of your nose, is halfway between your eyes and your chin. So this is our nose. And our mouth is halfway, once again, between the nose and the chin. So we're going to make a little mark. It's about 1 inch, a little bit more than 1 inch. And label it. So again, we're making our template so we have this as a reference. We're making our very own reference sheet. Okay? All right, so now we know where everything is going to go. The next thing to do is to kind of place your eyes, because your eyes are the key factor. So again, I have a couple sheets that shows you eyes, another sheet that shows you eyes. Again, don't worry about it, they're both not the same. So let's measure our head. It is 5.5 inches. So half of 6 is 3. So we need a little less than 3 inches. And we're going to make a symmetry line, a line right down the center. Okay. So you know that one eye goes on one side and one eye goes on the other. And the space between your eyes is equal to one eye. So let's say our eyes are going to be maybe 1 inch big. So I'm going to hold my ruler at the end of my skull, and I'm going to make a dot at 1 inch and another dot. So that's where my eye shape will be. I'm going to measure 1 inch between them from one spot to the other and make another spot. So again, I'm going to move it down just a bit. And I think I'm going to get this eye closer. So have your eraser ready. I think what I'll do is I want my eyes to be 1 inch apart. So all right, so I've made a mark, and now I'm just going to draw 2 little curved lines. So your eyes are the same size, and this looks a little bit bigger on this side, so it goes to here. So even I can make mistakes and erase. So let me measure. I have 1 inch, 1 inch between, and 1 inch, yes. Okay. Okay, so those are my eyes. Your nose, the tip of your nose is here. Your nose actually goes from the middle of your eye, the nostrils, where your nose is going to go from where your iris starts. That's going to be your nostrils. Okay? And then you're going to curve your line down. Okay? So again, your nostrils are right in line with where the color of your eye starts. Your mouth is going to go down to this line. Your mouth goes from the edge of your eye, believe it or not, and the edge of your eye. Okay? And then it's right below your nose. So get your nose. And usually the middle of your lips has a little indentation, a little curve, right? That's where the sides of your face fuse together, believe it or not. So put a dot right underneath your nose and kind of make a little curved line like a mountain. And then the lower lip is usually a little bit smaller. Okay? So this is just your outline. Your ears, when you do your self-portrait, if your ears show, if you're like my ears are kind of showing, your ears are between your nose and your eyes. So we're going to make a little curved. Okay. I'm going to add my eyebrows so it doesn't look so creepy. Okay. So your ears go between your eyes and your nose. So you remember, your eyes are really the focal point of your whole face. And then we'll draw our hairline. So our hair isn't just right up on top. Yet a lot of us have bangs. This is from the forehead, so right above your eyes to the top of your head, way in the back. So I'm just going to draw some hair, and we're going to go around that egg shape so our head won't be so egg-shaped, and make some hair. Again, this is not looking like us. I didn't look in the mirror. This is just our template. So we're going to create our practice sheet so that we have one ready for us. Okay? Once you have this done, you'll be ready then to actually use a mirror and look into the mirror. So I'm going to pause it right now so that we can draw our rough draft. Learn about Roy Lichtenstein and a little bit about pop art. So let's have fun exploring pop art and Roy Lichtenstein.